I'm going to show the location of the thermostat for a Chevy Equinox. It's hard to see. I'm tapping it with the stick, and now I'm going to pull back. In order to change the thermostat, you got to know where it is. It's in there pretty deep. We're going to replace the thermostat. We're going to check to make sure the thermostat was any good. We'll bleed the system to get it back on the road. We'll use a very long extension to take the 2 bolts out. Once you know where the thermostat housing is, you're almost working blind down there. Here's the first bolt, 10 millimeter bolt. After you get the second bolt out, you're able to pull the housing up. You can drain out some of the antifreeze before you get started. You drain it from a plug in the radiator. You can pull out the second bolt. When you pull up the housing, you can pull out the gasket. You want to compare your old thermostat with the new one. I'll try to get the camera in a little bit deeper so we can see what we're doing in here. I'm pointing at the thermostat housing with a wooden stick. Now I'm moving it around with my hand a bit. I've got my finger in where the thermostat goes. I push the camera down as far as I can get it. Now that we have the old thermostat out, I'll pull it out with a magnet. I'll boil some water on the stove. We can see that the thermostat is closed. Hot boiling water will open up the thermostat. When we pull it out, you can see the thermostat is open. I'll hold it up to a light so you can see. As it cools off, the thermostat closes. To quicken the close, you can put it into ice water. It'll go back into its closed state. When I hold it up to the light, you can see it's completely closed. If you put it back into the hot water, it'll open again. The thermostat seems to be working as it should. I'm not going to reinstall the old thermostat. I'll put the new one back in. Make sure the gasket's all in place. Reinstall it in reverse order. Since it's so difficult to see down there, I've got a few other shots. I did remove some of the plastic parts on top of the engine first. Here I'm tapping the top of the thermostat with a wooden stick. With everything put back together, we'll put in some antifreeze. To belch out the air, we ran it for a bit and just kept a watch on it. Filled up the reservoir about 5 times. Watched the temperature gauge. Took it for a drive to make sure all the air was out. Back on the road again.